gold medal. Gets the clean well enough split, and then he just can't bring that leg under at the same time that he drives off. So Sadikov, a setback there. Rushing onto the stage now, this is Yedra. Yedra with 30 seconds in which to continue and get this lift completed.
No lift.
Pokušaj nije uspio, pa je Mariusz Jedra iz Poljske natjecanje Litvačev završio s 205 kg.
Igor Sadikov, Germany, on the platform for the third attempt.
Treći pokušaj 207,5 kg. Igor Sadikov, Njemačka.
Puts this, or tries to put it up, but to no avail. And this is Igor Sadikov. Apologies there if you lost sound, Thomas, momentarily, but here's Sadikov onto the stage to take his third attempt at 207.5, his last lift of the competition. Mark Huster, last night's hero for Germany, looks on at 83 kilos, the champion. And quite a struggle to get that bar up. And he can't do it. And he has to settle for just 200 kilos to go on to the 177.5. And Sadikov ends up with 377.5 kilos.
210 kilograms on the barbell.
So it's not going to be his overall fight. But you can see he gets the clean. Times at this weight he struggles not to be. We'll be back in a moment. Smirnov at 210 kilos coming on to take his first lift. Now Smirnov is in the business of catch-up, 2.5 kilos behind Sadikov, Bogosian, Rybachenko after the snatch phase. So this would put him back into contention now if he can make it up here. Lifted 215 in Atlanta. But 210 first time round.
No lift.
And there are some men now who are really letting themselves down. 210 to add to the 175 would have put him at 375, which would have put him just 2.5 kilos behind Sadikov with 2 lifts to go. That is an opportunity given away. Still Rybachenko to come in, and still the new Russian, Noria Pogosian. Rybachenko about to open his account at 210 kilos. Only third in the snatch. Weighed in today at 99 kilos. And I'll tell you, that takes some doing. He must have been nipping in and out of the sauna just to get that weight. So, just under half a minute to lock on. Rybachenko also, he's lifted this before, actually lifted 212.5 in Atlanta. But he's 217.5 and 210 for Rybachenko. Now that does put him in contention for overall honours for the Ukraine. Ukraine yet to win a gold medal at these European Championships.
And
that takes him, Rybachenko out to 377.5. Technically, Sadikov is still in the lead because he's got the lighter weight, but remember, Sadikov has now finished lifting, and Stanislav Rybachenko has got 2 more to go. And here's Bogosian onto the stage now, this newcomer to international championships. Now, how good is he? Well, 2:10 found him out there.
No lift.
He had plenty of time, just maybe a fraction quick.
Martin Tessavitch, Slovakia, prepare for the second attempt.
So this is going to put a smile on Rybachenko. So now Tessavitch, he's also in catch-up mode. He really let himself down in the snatch, only 167.5, and that's a full 10 kilos behind the likes of Sadikov. So he's given himself an enormous task. But if he lifts this, Tessavitch, he will immediately make up 10 kilos on Sadikov, because Sadikov was left with a poor 200, having failed twice at 2:07.5. So, the Slovakian from Bratislava. Now, can he give a smile? The Slovakians haven't had much to smile about today. Yes! And this is clearly going to be his better discipline. 2:10 puts him on a running total of 377.5. And Smirnov already on the stage to take his second attempt at this weight. And Tessavitch's power and athleticism really paying off there. Now Smirnov, 2:10 would take him on to 385. Struggles a little. Still not 100% steady, but at the end gets it and goes into the lead with 385. This is where these men have now got to dig really deep. And Smirnov doesn't look in the sort of form that he was last year. He was second to Kekasvilis, who lifted 392.5. And Smirnov matched him on that day. This is Bogosian. And for the second time he's been found out. 2:10, and he's now in real danger of throwing away the good work. He's got a silver medal in the snatch. But he's got one more attempt now. And just finds that weight far too heavy. So Tessavitch of Slovakia, he's just biding his time at the moment. This is the Moldavian, Bratan, also taking a 10 kilo increase. Failed at 200 the first time, got it the second time. This certainly would make his score look a little more successful, because he was a poor 165 kilos in the snatch. Only got it on the last attempt, down in 9th place. So is this his forte? No, it is not. And he settles, or has to settle, for 200 kilos. Gives him a total of 365, so he's going to be well down the order. So the bar still on 210 kilos. Obukov of the Ukraine with his final attempt at 210 kilos. So, Obukov, 205, 210. If he gets this third and final lift, that would take him up to 375. Not to the 205. He on in terms of the clean and jerk, and that makes a total of 360, 370 for the second of the Ukrainians. But Rybalchenko still very much alive for the Ukraine, having already achieved 387.5. He's got the lead in the overall race. And Bogosian from Amavir in the south of Russia comes in on 210 for a third and final time. And technically, this would put him in the lead because of his body weight over Rybalchenko. But still, Kalinka to lift, but can Bogosian summon up what it needs here? No, he can't, and he's had 3 failures at 210, and that's a very happy and unhappy ending to what was a promising start, because he's got a medal, the silver in the snatch, but he hasn't got a total.
212.5
so
kilograms on the bar.
They've not played the cards here terribly well for their man in his first international. They'd be disappointed to have no total whatsoever, but certainly someone to watch out for the future. So now we really are at the business end of this 99 kilo championship with Kalinka of Germany trying to do what teammate Sadikov did in the snatch, which is to command, but before he got Rybalchenko. And news just coming through that Kalinka has retired. I'm not sure of the reason for that, but it's Rybalchenko now, with 212.5 kilos on the bar for the second of his lifts. And different version of split, you might remember that from Hiroshima, the Greek. Very effective too, 212.5. So Rybalchenko going forward now to grab this gold medal for the Ukraine. 212.5 to go with the 177.5 gives him a total of 390 at the moment. So Dmitry Smirnov will be next on stage when we return.
After the individual equestrian...
The other man who's very much alive in this clean and jerk competition, there he is, Tessavitch of Slovakia. And the Slovakians are clearly intent to play some big cards. And before Smirnov, it's going to be Tessavitch. We're at 215 kilos. So 215. It's going to give him a running total of 382.5. That's still 7.5 kilos behind Rybalchenko. But it's dragging him up onto the podium if he can do this. he does this, surely he's going to get a medal. Oh, 3 red lights, no lift given. And the crowd don't like the referee's decision on that. They thought he'd completed the lift. Now, have a look at this. Remember, it's not just a question of getting the arms locked out. It's a question of him being absolutely rock steady with the feet in line.
Dmitry Smirnov, Russia. Prepare number 6, Stanislav Ribalchenko.
Interesting to see that one more time, but Smirnov's already on stage at 215, the bar for Smirnov, for a third and final time. 215 to go with his snatch of 175 would give him a total of 290. And Smirnov, the silver medalist last year, is lighter than Rybalchenko, but he's not stronger. And he finishes on 3.85, and one by one they're falling by the wayside as Rybalchenko, the bronze medalist in the snatch, looking good for gold now in the clean and jerk and also the overall title. So Rybalchenko now certainly goes to 215. One feels that he doesn't have to be any more than that. And 215 kilos now awake. Tessavitch before it awaits Rybalchenko. Tessavitch it is. Crowd thought he was hard done by with the 215. So 215, they're going to give him a huge amount of support now as he comes out. They're all on his side here. They're all against the judges. But I'm not going to argue with that. They were unanimous about the fact that he was not correct, I should say, in his lift last time out. So it's to go up to 382.5. So Martin Tessavitch for Slovakia gets the clean. It's up on the shoulders. Well, I think it all went away when he didn't manage to complete. And so at the end, he drops back to 377.5. And no question that Stanislav Rybalchenko is the 99 kilo champion. And 220 kilos being asked for by Rybalchenko.
On the platform,
And this is a lift. If you know what I mean, he's wrapped up the competition. Retirement of Mario Kalinka of Germany, unable to continue after the snatch phase. So 220, which would give him a total of 397.5 kilos. Just give you a little comparison. It's not since 1994, since Sergei Zertsov of Russia lifted 415 kilos, have we had as good a total lifted in this championship. So this would be a definite mark of excellence, but not to be. So 387.5 it is. Just checking the figures now, 200 and Rybalchenko with 212.5 from the clean and jerk plus the 177 gives him a total of 390, which ironically puts him below last year's total of 392.5 achieved by Kakasvilis of Greece. And a very dejected Martin Tessavitch of Slovakia. So the clean and jerk, Rybachenko, 212.5. Tessavitch gets consolation there because 210 kilos gives him the silver medal. You can see there his lighter body weight, 96.40. Really one of the light men, much lighter than Dmitry Smirnov at 98.60. And Smirnov, last year's silver medalist, has to settle for the bronze. And Jedra of Poland, surprisingly, but why not, earns fourth place there. But some mixed quality of lifting in today's competition. Great Britain's Delroy McQueen overall finds himself in 12th place in the class. Overall, Rybachenko, 390 kilos, a full 5 kilos clear of Dmitry Smirnov, and Martin Tessavitch, in the end of the day, 377.5. He was my long shot. I didn't think he was going to come through, but all credit, that 210 kilos in the clean and jerk made all the difference. And Sadikov of Germany, who won the snatch by virtue of the lighter body weight, he drops down into fourth place, with Jedra, the Spaniard who won the B group earlier today, Lorenzo Carrillo, up into sixth place with 375 kilos, and that's a really good effort by the Spaniard to finish as high as that. But I have to say he was helped by some indifferent lifting. You can see a lot more of the B group there. Peter Kroll from the Czech Republic, and Mika Reonen from Finland, and Lithuania's man also moving up the table. But Rybachenko with 212.5 kilos in his second clean and jerk, securing the title for the Ukraine, their first championship here in Rijeka. So two championships still to be decided, 108 and the super heavies. For now though, from myself, David Goldstrom, thanks for your company. Do join us tomorrow for that action.